So as I was putting this together, I was envisioning leaders that have gotten to the point in their lives where they're seeing value in their own personal self-care and development. So maybe they've started to meditate, or they're going to yoga, or maybe they've identified that golf is their thing that brings them peace, so they're spending more time golfing or hiking or paddle, whatever their thing is that's helping them wash away all the stresses of life or work or whatever. So they've found value in that. And they're a leader. You know, historically we think we have this role as a leader, there's a ton of pressure, there's a ton of expectation, we have a lot of people in our charge that are depending on our performance, and that can carry a weight and a burden and lead to stress. So then we insert those things in our personal lives to refuel us to go back into the day, to go back into battle and do these things, because we care about the results, we care about our people, and we want to provide them a good environment to do their jobs, but yet the stress of it all just wears us down to the point to where we have to escape to these other things and rejuvenate ourselves. So these things that I'm talking about, like golf, yoga, or whatever, you're in it and you're practicing. You're not trying to like master hiking. You're not trying to, you know, master yoga. You might be working on one pose or whatever, but there's no end, is my point. So it's the time you spend in that practice of the thing that is actually connecting you to your peace. Like when you're hiking, you're in it, so you're connected and it's fueling you. Similarly to when I'm in yoga and I'm feeling connected, there was a point where I kind of recognized that if I was in a connected conversation at work, then I was kind of in that space of quiet. And it has the similar feel of anything outside of work that is directed at whatever you truly enjoy. This work is really only going to suit the leader that deeply cares for their employees. Because if that's the case, then they're going to get something back from the space of listening. Now, what the fuck does that mean? Like, that means if you can engage yourself in listening to somebody at work to the same depth that you would in your hobby that fuels you. So if you're doing your hobby that fuels you, that's the moment, that's that space where time kind of just dissolves and you're in it. Good. You lose yourself, you don't know what time it is, whatever, like that space. In that space, you're not thinking about work. You're not thinking about your deadlines. You're not thinking about anything that's like in your way as a challenge. You're just in that space. If somehow we can bring that energy to work, then it's going to naturally just kind of lift the whole environment. And I have to assume that those hearing this message have already gotten to the point of understanding that the better, just to use simple words, but the better their people feel, the more productive they're going to be. And the more productive, the better they're going to feel, and the better they feel, the better their home life's going to be, and the better their home life's going to be, the better they're going to be ready to come to work the next day, and so on, and it's a ripple. And then they're doing all of this next to their peer who's been miserable about work, and then it's contagious. It grows, and then it spreads like wildfire of people that are engaged in their work, that want to come to work, that want to perform, and all the while enjoying themselves. Like the idea of having fun at work and being more productive than you could possibly be if you were miserable. That sounds like a practice I could get behind.
Yeah.
And like to be able to take your personal practice that you've already kind of started cultivating and let it bleed over into work and make your leadership a practice, to where now you're engaged with an employee, you're listening, and you're recognizing how well you're listening. Are you becoming distracted? If you're golfing and you're looking over your ball and you're about to hit it, it's not productive to be thinking about the people talking, or to be thinking about the water that's in front of you, or to be thinking about like the itch you have on your back. Like that's not helpful. What's helpful is to focus in on the ball. And that takes practice to do that consistently over and over and over again. And you don't think that you're just going to get it and then you never have to practice it again. Every time you step over the ball, you have to get into that space. So if you took that same notion of practicing that skill and just shift it to a conversation at work of like, wait a second, this person is talking to me. The only thing that I can do in my job right now productively is to listen. I can't do if I started to do the report that's due, then this is gone. And because I'm in this interaction, the work that I do here is going to be half-assed. So either tell the person to leave and do the report, or put the report down and listen. And once you're listening, that's your only job. You have one thing to do, and that's to practice leadership. And you're practicing focusing in on whatever is coming at you. And, you know, I'm here to say if you do that, like the ball's going to go right down the middle and a long way.
Right.
And it's going to feel so good. That's the real spoiler alert in all of this. Like the ball's going to go straight, the ball's going to go far, but like that feeling of when you just, everything just clicks. Like that's the feeling that the practice of leadership can bring to you more and more and more and more, and deeper and deeper, and easier and easier and easier, to where your environment just opens up. And now all of a sudden, instead of like constantly giving you reasons, like there's a hazard here and there's an obstacle here and there's like all of these things that are keeping you from that peaceful feeling, I think it's just a cool concept to be able to take that same energy of your favorite hobby and then like work. It's not going to happen like that, but like slowly kind of trickle in that same energy into your work and see what happens, and watch it and witness it of like, is this working? And then there's a thread that you'll find that's like, wait a second. All I have to do is like be in the space that I already know that I love. And you're saying I just have to be in the space that I love and then like I'll get my job done? Yes. And not only say that, but I'll say you're unaware of all the energy that you're wasting to keep you from that space. It's not a matter of how do I like work real hard to bring that space into work. No, you're currently working real hard to push that space away and work. And if you don't know where you're doing that, you just have to listen and you'll hear it. Right. Then enter the process.